South Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Seth Bohnhoff.
WCIA3 is going purple. Together, we can end Alzheimer's disease.
Well, for the most part, today is playing out the exact same way the last several days have. You get really hot and humid in the afternoon. That starts to bubble up a few storms. Many of us stay dry, but those that find their way underneath those storms cool off a little bit, but obviously get a lot in the way of rain. Looking out there in Bloomington, we could see some of those clouds out there in the distance. Maybe just a few of those lingering storms out that way. But a lot of our activity, what little there was, has died down quite a bit here within the last hour or so. You can take a look at the satellite radar picture up there along I-55. That's where things kind of fizzled out a little bit. We'll zoom in on those storms, give it a loop there for the last hour. They didn't look too bad at one point, but as you can tell, there's not much to them there anymore. Maybe just a few raindrops. Even put the lightning back on them, and they were pretty intense at one point in time. But again, nothing really to them here right now. We'll see if some of those outflow boundaries along with those storms kind of kick up anything here in the area. We'll be on the watch for that. Other than that, things are going to be pretty scattered here and isolated throughout the evening once again. But the heat is going to be on for those places that don't see any rain. It is 94 right now in Champaign, 94 in Decatur. It was 80 in Lincoln there during the first part of the show. Now we're already back to 87 degrees, so we're recovering very quickly from the rain out that way. Heat index across the board, either into the upper 90s or somewhere there into the low hundreds. So same old here for us again today, and same old for us again tonight. So we'll drop down to just 73 for a low. Could be just a couple of those isolated storms early on, but for the most part, staying dry once again. Then we head on into the weekend, maybe not dealing with temperatures quite as intense, but we're still talking about pretty hot here, even for this time of year. 90 again there tomorrow, 91 Saturday, 91 Sunday, so still hanging out there into the 90s. There's going to be some of that humidity, the heat index likely into the upper 90s. One thing you do notice though, our rain chances increase just a little bit more here heading into the weekend. Not going to be quite so isolated. There's going to be a little more organization here to some of those showers and storms, so you might start to see that across a few more areas here. If you look at our future track through the night, might be a little front trying to sneak on through. Doesn't look like a whole lot is going to make it all the way this direction. But then once we get into the day tomorrow, we start to see some more activity pop up, mainly south of I-72. Might see it kind of hang out there around the I-70 region. Could be just a few of those storms that, again, produce quite a bit of rain, have quite a bit of lightning in them as well. Maybe some strong gusts here and there, but we're not looking at a whole lot in the way of kind of organized severe weather. So we'll be on the lookout for that. And also some rain chances into this weekend, which will eventually get those temperatures maybe just a little bit down here. We're talking about maybe upper 80s by the time we start this coming week. So making some slow but steady progress as far as the temps are concerned. But yeah, that humidity not likely to go anywhere. We're going to have some higher peaks, some lower valleys, so not quite so consistent. We're going to have some more kind of comfortable feeling days and some days where maybe things aren't quite so nice. Heat index likely, again, just hanging out into the upper 90s here, maybe close to 100 over the next several days into the weekend. Then we start to get a few more rain chances to pop up on the board. You can tell things are looking a little busier than they have here of late, and we'll see those rain chances play out mainly here this weekend, but they could kind of linger on into next week as well, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast, which does have some of those 90s again here for the next few days, but some relief could be on the way here at some point. Upper 80s as we head on into the coming week, and just beyond our 7-day forecast is the 4th of July next Friday, so we'll be watching out for that. Looks like things will be warm, hopefully dry. I think people are they don't want to be out there with the parades and the fireworks with 95-degree temperatures and 110-degree heat index.
Nope.
Pretty low bar set, but we'll see. We'll see what summer brings us this time.
Okay, fingers crossed that all of that can go off.
Everything goes without any problems.
All right, check this unique story out.